Hi, I'm Tom. Welcome to my little farm. For those of you who have been with me all along, I really appreciate you watching and sticking through and watching the growth of the channel. It really means a lot, and I just want to make sure I take a moment and thank all of you for your support, your kind words, and everything else that you've done to support me along the way. It's like 48 today, and as long as it's above 40, I don't mind coming outside and doing stuff. And so spring's coming. We had probably an inch of snow yesterday, and it was all gone by lunchtime today. There's just a few piles left here and there, and I heard we might get some more junk this weekend, but spring's coming, and with spring coming, that brings new hopes for a new year, and so that's something to look forward to for all of us. I went down to Ace Hardware, and I've already taken some out, but they've got a stack of free pallets, so I've been palletizing Farmall Cub implements and other stuff that I'm not going to use. How many plows do I need? How many harrows? How many mowers? I got so much crap. I've actually got 2 wheel horse tractors and that little John Deere garden tractor. I think I might sell those all off and maybe get one newer tractor with power steering and hydraulic lift, just because stuff's not getting any lighter as I get older. And if you see my older videos with that John Deere X530, even though it's got hydraulic lift, that mower deck that goes under there is so heavy. And the tiller goes on pretty easily by its. I can get the tiller on pretty well, but that mower, man, that is one heavy mower. But I think I'd like to have one tractor just dedicated for mowing the lawns and sucking up leaves, and then one for some other stuff. And so I've got this tractor here that you've been watching me work on, and I'm really hemming and hawing about if I want to keep it or not, because I kind of like it, and I've really put a lot of work into it. And so I might not get rid of it just now. It actually looks like. One of the things I've been doing right now is just getting this piece of tin on here, and it seems like every aftermarket piece of tin you end up having to get a drill and drill bit and egg everything out, because the holes never line up. And I don't know why that's the case, but it seems like every time you buy an aftermarket piece of tin, you got to egg out. They don't really line up too well, and I think I've said before, I've been replacing everything with stainless steel. I don't know why. I just wanted to. So I guess, it's just one of those things. I want to put stainless steel bolts in. A lot of people, when they do these restorations, they want to put all the original bolts back in and buy original bolts and all those things, but I don't know. I'm not a purist, I guess. And I just want it so that if I need to get it off again, I can get it off without breaking the bolts off. And I just think stainless steel looks kind of cool. I think a lot of the stuff that International put out when it was brand new, I think the bolts weren't painted. I think I'm not sure. I didn't work there, but I thought I've heard that somewhere. And so I think stainless looks cool. I think not painting the bolts and seeing all the bolts is just a neat thing. Everybody's different, of course, but I think a lot of people are interested in watching people work on tractors. It's not a real great way to get subscribers, and I don't want my channel to be a mechanics channel, because for one thing, I'm not a mechanic, but I also want to, I think I've done a lot of how-to videos on how to do sheep, how to do cows, how to do this, that, and the other thing, and there's a limit to how many how-to videos you can make. So we'll probably have a couple more this year, and it's just going to be, I think, going forward, it's just the vlog of what goes on around here. And a lot of you now, you've invested in it, and I appreciate that. You want to see what's going on, and I know a lot of people, they just kind of flip through, and that's okay. You can't please everybody, but the loyal group of followers that I get, I think, is what I want, and those are the people that I want to keep. What's going on, my friends? Next week you can go outside. How's that? You can go play outside. That'll be fun, huh? So I think YouTubers don't like to tell people who they watch. I guess maybe they think it's a competition or something. I'm not sure. But I watch a couple people, and so and they're not in any order of preference. They're just ones I watch. I watch Farmall fanatic down in Pennsylvania pretty religiously. Obviously, he's a Farmall fanatic. I watch Farmall 51 sometimes. Just a few acres farm. I'd like to watch him. He reminds me of just kind of like our family farm growing up. So like the farm videos get lots of subscribers and the tractor videos get lots of views. So I try to do a balance of both. I like tractor stuff, and I've always liked tractors. In fact, when I was in college, I had a radio show, and my name on the radio show was Tractor Tom. And I know there's a bunch of people now that have their YouTube channel and their Tractor Mike, and I don't remember the other guy, Tractor Time with Tim or something. And that's like it's Tractor Time with Tim, but he's a John Deere guy, and I'm not, so I don't watch him that much. I used to be a John Deere guy, and I don't know what happened. At some point I just wasn't anymore. I used to, everything was John Deere, and then I don't know if they got too commercialized, they got too big for their britches. I'm not sure. Maybe it's because my dad and my brother were not John Deere guys. But, well, I have a couple John Deeres, but they're not my first choice anymore. That's for sure. And all the paints. Bob Ross in it. I think a lot of people like Bob Ross because I think they call it ASMR. It's like, it's the sensory thing. It's just like a brain massage, they call it. You know, some people, when they talk, they're really not, they're just calm and kind of soothing when they talk, and it's like basically akin it to getting a brain massage. I just thought that was kind of cool. I just think this is a cool tractor. It sits up high. A Super A kind of sits down here, and this one sits up high. I've got to get this hood adjusted right, and I don't know why this doesn't reach the grill support. And it's I can feel it in there. It's off by an inch, and I can see the hood needs to slide forward a little bit. And if I hook it here, try to slide it up a little bit, doesn't quite make it. And I was wondering if I put the bracket for the gas tank on backwards, but I don't think I did, because if I did that, then these screw holes over here wouldn't line up. And so it does need to shove up a little bit. You know that. And even when, so you pull down on these right here, and then it's supposed to hook up underneath, and it's off. And when you line up this piece right here, it's really off about an inch or so. So it's something I have to figure out. I don't want to tow this down the road, obviously, with the hood not hooked on right, because it'll be up in the air like a parachute. This side is off a little bit too. I don't know if I can slide the radiator back, not the radiator, but the grill back a little bit. There might be a little bit of adjustment here. I guess I can check that out and see if this will slide back just a little bit. But
you big dummy, you big dummy, you big dummy.
But what I'm going to do is take the tractor out, and I want to clean up this floor a little bit so I can get a little bit of sanity back. I've still got some wiring here that's hanging around, so I got to be careful not to pull it out with my foot. But, let's see. know I've done a lot of hemming and hawing and going back and forth, trying to make up my mind what I wanted to do. And I just made the decision that this tractor, it's time for it to move down to its next owner. I found a couple old fellas today that took a shine to it, and I was gonna go there Saturday. I did put the 130 grill on it, and I'll tell you why. It's because even though that A Super A grill fit on there okay, down here the crank holder wasn't lined up, and what's the point of having a crank if you can't use it? So I had this nice grill and I put that on there, and that seemed to work out pretty well. And then I had this hood that was pretty good. Now whoever had this before, they mudded it up and filled in a lot of the holes, so I drilled out the 130s and put them on there. But the paint's really, it's hard to even see because the camera leaves a lot to be desired, but it's just you know, it's nice metal. There's no holes in it and there's no rot, but it's just been painted over, and so it doesn't look that great. But I think somebody scrapes that down to bare metal and they'll have themselves a nice hood. Everything else is good to go. But anyway, the moral of the story is whatever we don't need to run the farm this year is gonna end up going down the river. All the operating costs for chickens, chicken feed, cattle feed, sheep feed, hay, it's all gasoline, diesel, it's all astronomical. And so everything's up 50, 60, 80%, 200%. And in order to stay, you know, solvent, I'm gonna have to get rid of a lot of superfluous stuff that just doesn't work anymore. Not that it doesn't work, but I don't need it. So we're gonna have to slim down and streamline and get rid of a lot of stuff that it's not pulling its weight. And I hate to do it, but it's part of farming. You adapt with the times, and I can raise my prices a little bit, but I sure can't go up 80% on chicken and beef. Usually what I do is I set my price for stuff in the spring. You know, you go up 10%, whatever, from the year before, thinking that's about average, and then everything goes up 100%, so you're down 90%. You can't really go back later and say, I need more money. So it's just the nature of the beast, the way farming works, at least around these neck of the woods. And that's probably why there's not a lot of farmers left, is because they can't afford to keep up. And you know, one of the biggest frustrations I have with farmers is that they're always trying to cut each other's throat. And there's plenty of business around for everybody, but it seems like sometimes one or two people think they need all the business, and they don't get all the business even if they drop all their prices. But you know, if you got two or three people that are 40% less than the norm, they get a lion's share of the business. And then the people who are left, they either have to drop their prices to meet it, or you end up not selling your stuff. And so it's really a hard place to be. You get in a pinch quite often being a farmer. And I just wish that the farmers wouldn't be so ornery and would stick together. You know, they used to have farmers unions and stuff where they would set a price and they would agree upon it, but you don't see them around here anymore. It's just cutthroat, what I can sell, and screw the next guy. But they don't understand that business begets business, and if you start losing all the farms, everything goes with it. And we've seen that here in Maine with the dairy industry. When I was a kid, there was 200 dairy farms here in this county, and I don't think there's 20. I don't think there's 20 anymore. And what's happening is the ones that are left, they're so far sparse that the milk companies don't want to come pick up their milk. So they tell the farmers, either you get more cows or we're not going to come pick up your milk anymore. So that's pushed out a bunch. But anyway, so two things. Number one, I misplaced my wireless microphone. I have no idea where I put it. It's somewhere. And so number two, I've gone through, I think, 3 of these tank heaters this year, and the problem that I had, the last problem I had was that I didn't have any of the plastic ones for the poly tanks. So I used the one with the metal on it for the metal tanks, and it was okay as long as there was ice in here. But what happened, as soon as the ice melted, obviously it got pulled over here by the cows and they made it burn a hole through. Well, I mean, I made it burn a hole through because I'm the one that put it in there, but so I've got actually another problem because I had put a GFI in the back of the barn to simplify everything, thinking that I'd have a short cord, the cows wouldn't mess with it. Well, the GFI isn't rated for the amperage that the tank heater draws, so it kept tripping it. Although the other one that I had, which was the metal one, was, but regardless, I got a hole. I'm gonna patch it. I've got an idea up my sleeve. We'll see if it works. If not, then I'll have to come up with another plan, but this is the last thing I got. Whenever I do these kind of things, I always feel a little bit like Wile E. Coyote, genius extraordinaire, and it may work. Hopefully it does, but I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. So I got this tape here, as seen on TV. With a heat gun, there's always two settings on it, and so one is heat, and then you have to back it off to run the fan, and that cools the heating element off because you can burn that heating element out. And so I got Flex Seal. This is as seen on TV. It's probably got like arsenic or something in it. It'll kill my sheep if I. Let's see. Mineral spirits, petroleum solvent. Oh, it's got calcium carbonate in it, so that's good, right? Good. So the day is getting long in the tooth, and I guess I'm going to call it for today. I do appreciate everybody who watches. The 130 went down the road today, so that's gone. And hope this video was mildly entertaining to you, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.